Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every single Monday. My name is Frances, if we haven't met before, and I am your tarot card reader. I am also a Reiki healer and a spiritual channel, and I am so excited to be connected with you. If you would ever like to connect in a one-on-one setting, I do offer one-on-one healings and readings for people all over the world. You can learn more about how I work with distance healing and virtual readings in the description box below. Feel free to explore my website. But in the meantime, I'm so excited to be connected with you in this capacity here. So please go ahead and like this video if you feel like you want to. Otherwise, feel free, oh my gosh, words today. Otherwise, feel free to like it if/when something resonates with you or at the end. And please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to do that, or share with a friend who you think would love this video. Alrighty. Let's dive in. Working in the light and the highest. Light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team. And each and every person here welcoming their team forward as well. All right, let's see. What do we need to know this week? Alrighty, so 3 cards to begin, or these will be our 3 cards for today. What was very interesting was as I was pulling cards, if you heard me say the intention of like, what do we need to know this week? They switched it, they meaning spirit, they switched it to what do I need to be mindful of this week? So it's not so much like, what do I need to know? Like information, tell me the things. It's more, what do I need to be mindful of, aware of, maybe energetically, maybe in the brain, maybe, I don't know, we'll see what comes up. But I think that was an interesting and very important distinction. It's not what to know from almost like this, like, need mindset. It's more of what to be mindful of that feels a little bit more open and receptive versus like, give me the answers and like very aggressive and grasping. It's more open to receiving. Okay, so even that in a lesson in itself this week, how can we be open to receive instead of need to grasp, right? This idea of not micromanaging. Yes, we can have a say in what we desire and what we are creating. We have to be a participant in that. We have to, put effort towards what we want and where we want to go. And where can we then, after we've put forth that effort, be open to receiving. And also, I just feel like I need to say, I might be fumbling over my words. Whenever Mercury is in retrograde, I cannot speak. I know that makes sense. Mercury is the master of communication, etc., but it always affects my speech. So I've already fumbled over my words a few times, but in advance, I apologize if that keeps happening. But again, for this week, being mindful and being more in a receptive state. That doesn't mean you can't take action or make decisions or go after what you want and desire and what you're creating, but it does mean that you are not grasping and trying to make it happen from that, like, I need this. It's more, I want this. This is what I can do to get there. And then I let it come because I trust. Okay, cool. All right, what do we need to know? First card here. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, so our first card is the Emperor. The Emperor is the divine masculine. He is the master. He has mastery. So this week, kind of what they were just saying, it doesn't mean you do nothing, right? It doesn't mean that you kind of just like sit back and you're like, oh, like la da da, let's just see. We've had so much of that energy already the past couple weeks to month where it's like, hey, don't do anything. Hey, take a minute. But this week, the energy is starting to pick up in the sense of, It's okay to start being more of a participant now. So where before we were behind the scenes, we're like, I'm just gonna let that play out over here. Now things might start feeling more clear. You might feel like you have a bit more of a direction. So this Emperor card is encouraging you to actually step into that, to actually take ownership of your life, of your desires, of your dreams, of your creations, and start actually putting effort towards them. When I say effort, this does not mean that push, 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 push. This means energy towards it. So if this means you do the research, or you make the call, or you finally secure the domain name, or you have the conversation, you set up the meeting, you cold email or cold call, whatever it is, that's what it means. It's like starting to get energy flowing towards the things because you know what's right for you. You know what you want for you. Now, if you don't know those things, that's where I want you spending some time this week. What do I want? Remember last week we had that Two of Wands card. It was very much about the what do I want? Not how am I going to get it? What do I want? Just defining that. Now this week, the Emperor is saying, okay, hopefully you've defined what you wanted. If you didn't, that's okay, but I still want you thinking about that now, knowing you can have it and you have the resources and or the creative problem solving to get the resources to do the thing. So really coming into your authority this week, your autonomy this week. And when I say autonomy, I mean autonomy of yourself, but not without spirit. We really, really want their support and their guidance and connection here. But the final piece of this Emperor card is spirit is like, you tell us. So often we're like, show me the way, show me the way. And this is good, right? When we feel confused, as again, a lot of us have been lately, it's very much like, show me the way. And spirit was like, hey, do nothing. And now it's not show me the way. They're like, you tell me what you want, and now we can get things moving. But actually, it has to start with you. So the way in the past couple weeks to months was pause. And now that we have more clarity and understanding coming through this week, and maybe it's only next weekend, right? Give yourself time and grace to get there. But starting this process of, all right, I am in control of my life. It might not have felt like that, but hey, I am. I do have control of my thoughts, my energy, my desires. And now is the time to start putting some action towards those things. It doesn't mean that you control it all. It just means that you are going to get the ball rolling and then allow spirit to come in and help you, right? That openness. All right, guys, this is what we're doing. We good? We good? All right, come in. I need you. Let's do this together, right? Okay, let's go. But if there's one message from this card, it's you have more control than you think you do. And I don't mean control as in being controlling. I mean, you have a hand in your life. And it doesn't always feel like that, but this card is saying you do. So dive in, okay? Dive in, define, declare, and start moving, all right? Awesome. Okay, second card. Okay, well, if there was ever a message to say start moving, it is this card, the Fool. Another major card. So very transformative week this week. When major cards come in, this is like life is changing. We are in a new chapter, maybe even a new book. Things are moving and grooving, which is so exciting. But the Fool card is saying, take the chance, leap, jump, just go for it, right? It's kind of a throw spaghetti at the wall kind of energy, right? Where it's like, you want some intention and direction, right? The Emperor says, like, we need to know where we're going. But again, if you don't know exactly how, let's try some stuff out, right? You're smart. You are the master. Let's just see what works, right? And this is your yes card. If you have been waiting for a yes, an energy to move forward, the Fool says, let's go, right? And this is going to require trust. This doesn't mean you're not scared, but this means you feel the fear and you do it anyways. This person in this card has leaped off the cliff, right? And they're not like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. They're like, let's go. I either know I'm landing in water or I'm going to grow some wings and I'm going to fly, right? I am safe. I am good. I'm still a little scared, right? That's a really big jump. But you know what? I trust that I'm going to be fine. I trust I am guided. I trust I am protected. I'm jumping anyways. I don't really know what's going to be on the other side of this jump, but I know that I'm ready. Let's do this. So it's a very adventurous energy this week. I don't know how this is going to play out. We don't know the results of this action that you're taking this week. That's okay. The energy this week is just to get things moving again. And that might require some type of like the vibe of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, do it. 1, 2, 3, do it. Let's just go. So I really want you, it's an interesting balance between like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going for it. And I know exactly what I'm creating. It's more of like, also this idea with the Emperor of like, I know I'm worthy of having what I want. And even if I'm not so clear on that thing, I'm clear on the feeling. I know that I want freedom. I know that I want time. I know that I want whatever the thing is. So let's just go for it. Let's just start trying things, because I'm going to start telling universe, I'm ready, I'm working towards this, and then they're going to meet me halfway and we're going to be moving through. So again, this is the start of the new chapter. That doesn't mean that you're going to be seeing the results of this week. Some of you might, but for some of you, this is again, getting the ball rolling. So exciting. Okay, and let's see what this third card is here too. Another major card. Okay, so big transformative week here. The Hermit. This card is about shining your light inward. The way that this is coming through, and it's really interesting because it's almost, it seems as though it's opposite of the Fool. That's like, come on, let's go do this. And then the Hermit's like, no, wait. That's not what they're saying here. They're saying with the Hermit that this is your light. This is your desire. It might not make sense to anyone else. People might not even be advising you to do what you're doing. They might be like, ooh, that seems risky, Frances. And it's like, you know what? I turned inward. I listened to that light in my own soul. And I know that this is right for me. And so as I'm doing my action plan, as I'm thinking about what I want, as I'm connecting with myself, my highest self, with spirit, that internal inner light, Hermit energy, almost like quieting out the noise, right? Healthy boundaries to be able to hear yourself. I'm building up that power of the Emperor, and then I emerge in the Fool energy, right? So it's turn inward to turn outward. Turn inward, hear the wisdom, hear the messages, hear the power. And then it's, let's go. I still don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going for it anyways because I know the direction that I'm moving. Yeah, so this week, I really want you creating some time for yourself, even if it's just 10, 15, 20 minutes. Preferably, if you could get an hour to just like be with your thoughts and be with your energy, ideal. If you can't have that time for whatever reason, that's okay. 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes just to sit and think and be with yourself. No phone, no TV, no podcast, no audiobook, not even any music. Unless it's like very gentle lyric-free music, okay, that's fine. But I just want you being still and silent. No activities. If you don't even, this isn't even like sit and meditate. That might be something you do if you have a meditation practice already that feels very nourishing to you and you're not like trying to meditate, like you can actually get in that meditative state, that's great. But if you're someone who's still learning to meditate, or you're just not feeling called to meditate, even if you do have a practice, this is about like sitting with yourself, being with yourself, letting your mind wander, letting your desires come forth, letting your passions come forth. Even like a brainstorming session would be really great. So this is not even asking you to like sit down in a sacred connection space and like meditate and journal. Again, for some of you, it might look like that, but for some of you, this is a little bit more active, but alone. This is alone time to be with your energy and to be with your thoughts, clearing out the noise, making healthy boundaries so that when you're shining that light's on, someone's not like, oh, there's light on over there, I want to go see it. It's like, no. This is closed off just for a minute. I'm going to shine my light. I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to listen inward. And then when I'm ready, then I emerge. And then I can share it with the world if I want to. Now, for some of you, the final piece of the Hermit, for some of you, depending on the relationships in your life, and I don't know who is who, so you're going to have to define this for yourself. For some of you, I want you keeping what you're working on private just for a little while, okay? If that feels more nourishing to you, where you're like, honestly, if I shared this with you, you wouldn't share in my excitement, so I would rather keep it to myself so I can stay excited. Or it's like, I know that you would give me your opinion, and honestly, I'm not supposed to get outside opinions right now. This is for me. So for those of you who have relationships like that in your life, keep this private for a little while. Share in the excitement yourself, right? And just kind of be moving towards things in your own way. For some of you who have people in your life who really do get excited with you, and anything you say, you're like, yes, I love that for you. You can share it with them. Or maybe you have, a bit of both. So you get to decide and discern between who you want to share with and who you don't. But if you choose to share what you're working towards and creating and excited about with other people, I want you to make sure that you're choosing people who are going to be excited with you and who are not going to interject their opinion. It's too early for that right now. Okay? So if you choose to share this, it's with people who are like, yes, I'm so excited. How can I help you? It's not with people who are like, really? That seems kind of risky. Or I don't know. Are you sure you want to do that? We don't need that in our energy just yet. Okay? Because the only time we welcome that in is once the ball is already moving and you're like, you can have your opinions, but I'm good. I know I'm good. So discern between who, if anyone, you do want to share this with. Because again, right now, this is about protecting the energy. It's almost like protecting like the ball of light so that it can roll. If we start allowing other things to attach to it, it makes it harder to roll. It's bumpy, right? We want to protect that ball of light. You are the ball of light. You and your auric field. That's that ball of light. Come into your mastery, your desire, and your direction. Take the risk and make sure that you are take the risk, go on the adventure, start the action, whatever that is for you. But this is the yes to get moving and making sure that you are protecting your energetic forward movement. It's just your light. And final thought, this is just for you. Of course, what you do and what you're creating might have a ripple effect that does help other people. Yes. But right now, this has to feel right for you. This has to light you up inside. It's not creating something for them. Absolutely not. Because then it's not your light, right? This is truly and simply what lights you up for you. And I know that feels selfish. We are conditioned to not do things just for ourselves. But when we are shining in our highest light, that's actually when we can shine brighter and shed more light for others. That comes down the line. Remember, we're at the beginning right now. New chapter, new book. This is about shining your light for you and only for you. Okay? In time, it will benefit others, yes, but now it's just for you. So be in that hermit energy. And that doesn't mean we hermit, we hide. It means that we turn so deeply inward, that light gets so bright, that passion gets moving, that we come into our wisdom, our mastery, our understanding of self. And then we can start moving, okay? Powerful, powerful energy this week. Yes, I love it. I'm so excited for you. Please feel encouraged to share how this resonated with you in the comments. I would love to cheer you on and hear what's going on in your life. If you feel called to donate to what I call the love jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. This helps me to show up with energy for you every single week. To those of you who have donated, you know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you and I have so much gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every penny that comes my way is so appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. If you receive something from this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending so much love and light to you, and I can't wait to see you again next Monday.